Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Alex, and welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, or welcome if you've been here. I am so excited that you're here because today is an exciting video and it's going to be my April TBR. Now, I don't normally make TBR videos just because I don't stick to them. Let's be real. I think I'm an overachiever and I like to put like 20 books on TBR and think, oh my gosh, I'm such a mood reader. I'm going to read all of these books, and yet I don't. So I decided to make this video, hopefully sticking to a TBR, because I have so many books. Like, there are books on the floor. There are books over in this stack. They're just not books on my bookshelf. They're everywhere. So we are going to go ahead and get started into this video. I think I'm going to pick 7 to 10 options for books, and hopefully that will give me enough options as a mood reader to pick from throughout the month, but also I really want to see if I can accomplish reading all of those books. I am behind on my Goodreads goal. I have been in a reading slump. I'm starting to see the light come out of the reading slump, so I am excited for this, and I thought that we could do it with the spinner wheel. I have seen that there are lots of people who do this, but there is spinthewheel.app, and someone in this world had made a lovely spinner wheel with book prompts, and we will see how things go. And if this doesn't seem like there is a book on my shelf, I'm just going to skip it because I really want a lot of these books to be from my physical shelves. Maybe a couple from Kindle Unlimited, but I want to see how many of these I can actually get from my shelves, because as you can see, I have a ton of books and we need to start reading them. So let's go ahead and just get started. So I'm going to spin the wheel. Supernatural. I don't know if I have any supernatural books actually on my shelves. I have an option for this. City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in the Mortal Instruments series. This is the first book to start, that's disgusting. This is the first book to start off the Cassandra Clare, like, Mortal Instruments universe, and I am so excited. I've been wanting to read this literally probably since whenever this came out, which was quite a long time ago, and I just have been wanting to read City of Bones and just the Mortal Instruments. I want to see what all of the hype was about. This is going to be my first book for my April TBR. I'm really excited. Published in 2022. Okay, I have an option for this because I was looking around, and I think I'm going to go for Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. This was published in 2022. This is such a big book. I feel like everybody on Book Talk, on BookTube, they've read this book, okay? I have not, so we're going to get into this, but I don't feel like I necessarily need to explain this book, but I will still. This is just about Anastasia. She is a figure skater. I think she wants to make the Team USA, and basically her figure skater partner either gets hurt or something happens to him, and Nate, who is part of the hockey team, joins her basically and becomes her ice skating partner, I do believe. I know a lot of people really love this, but they still think it's pretty long for a book, like for a romance book to be this long. I have heard some people are like, why does it have to be this long? So that's kind of why I've been putting it off. I'm a little intimidated by that, but I do think it will be fun. I can't believe this was published in 2022. It feels so long ago, but also not that long ago at the same time. I feel like it's just so well loved and so hyped up that so many people have been talking about it for the last couple of years, but I haven't read it because of that hype. So we're gonna put this on the list. Okay, most recent purchase is my next little spin. I'm so excited because I literally just went to Barnes & Noble. I know, don't be mad, but I got lots of books. I got the Bromance Book Club, I've gotten Minx, I've gotten, just kidding, I didn't get that. I got The Air He Breathes, I've got The Catch, I've got Heartless Hunter. This was all in my last sort of adventure. And I also got The Bridge Kingdom and Happily Never After. So these are all the books I have to choose from for this prompt. I think what I'm going to go for is Happily Never After by Lynn Painter, just because this is a shorter book and hopefully it will kind of give me, like, good fast-paced type of energy. So that is going to be next on the list. All I know about this is that they are professional, I think, objectors. So they're literally, like, their job is to break up weddings. And this follows Sophie and Max. I don't know much else other than that, but it is a new release and we love to see it. Our next spin is animal on the cover. Okay, this is interesting because I would tell you right now, I don't think I have a book with an animal on the cover, but I'm sure I do. I'm sure there's something on the cover. I just don't know at the moment. You know what we're gonna go for? We're gonna go for Heartless Hunter, which is the Crimson Moth book 1 by Kristen. I don't know how to say her last name. Here I go, not pronouncing things. But this is a moth on the cover. I don't know what this is about. I know it's a young adult enemies to lovers fantasy romance. It's between a witch and a witch hunter. So I don't know, I'm here for it, but it does have a moth, which is an animal / insect on the cover. And we're going to count this. We're gonna go for our next spin. Our next spin is, okay, Pubbed After 2018. I'm gonna go with Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. This is a romance, but it's more of like a dark romance. I think there is something about how the main male character was, chained up in a madman's basement. So dark. But I am nonetheless have been really anticipating reading this book, and I have so much about Jennifer Hartman. I have a couple of different Jennifer Hartman books on my TBR, like on the actual physical TBR, so I want to get reading this, and I know a lot of people had really enjoyed reading this book, and that is why I'm going to put it on my April TBR. So now I have 5 books. We're going to keep going because I feel like I'm feeling the spinner, okay? This is what happens. I just put so many on my TBR. TBR Vet. So something that's been on my TBR for a very long time. I think I know what I'm going to do. And that is going to be the Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I think I've had this book literally since I lived at my house, like before college. I'm going to hopefully read it and enjoy it, and we will see how it goes. I feel like the font is small, but the spacing is huge. So our next spin is Magical Realism. I am going to go with The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Again, a very beloved book that I have not wanted to read because I'm so intimidated and scared by it, but I've just heard it is emotional. I've just heard great things about this. I did take the dust jacket off at one point and then it got ruined and I never picked it back up. I did read the first couple of pages of this book, I believe, and I just don't think I was I just don't feel like I could understand it very well. I think that was just, I wasn't probably in the mood for a book like this. Also, I hadn't expanded my reading taste outside of romance yet, really. So this was kind of something that I wasn't fully understanding, but I am hoping for a really good time with reading this book. I know it can be emotional and people seem to really enjoy it. So I am putting this on. Has a filmed adaptation. LOL, okay. This is kind of out of pocket, but I think we're gonna go for Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief, because I don't know. This is middle grade. This is by Rick Riordan. This is one of the biggest middle grade Greek mythology. Oh, I already have a Greek mythology series of the times. Guys, I feel like so many people read this. I actually did read The Lightning Thief either once or twice in my life, and I could not get past the first book. My goal was to hopefully get past the first book so that I could watch the new TV series that had come out from this, but I just never got around to it, and it kind of was just I should do that. But I haven't been able to pick it up. So I thought, what better way than this month to pick it up? Do you think that I read this just at the wrong time? I had watched the first movie for this. When I was young, I didn't really enjoy it, but I did at the same time. And I think I read this, and again, I just was fluffy type of romance, dystopian type of thing. I don't know. I think this, as a young kid, went past my way over my head. I just was not that smart to be following along with things, and I didn't really start reading Harry Potter or anything that was, I don't know. I was over here reading Twilight, okay? I thought that was my age, not this. And not to offend anybody, I don't know, if you know, you know. But it is now my time to get started into this, and I think it will be a book that I can put on here and hopefully read fairly fast. So the goal would be that this would be one of my first books read of April, just because I am going through them like that. So this is going to be my TBR for the month of April. I'm thinking about adding a couple on, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I am going to say that I hope to read Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage, which I have on my Kindle. I will put a picture of that here. And then I also want to read a Kindle Unlimited book, and I think I'm going to have that be The Inmate by Frida McFadden, which is a thriller, which I don't normally read. So to go over the TBR, we have Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief, we have, which is middle grade, we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, a fantasy. We have The Song of Achilles, and we have Still Beating. We also have Heartless Hunter. Oh man, I'm dropping things. We have Happily Never After, Icebreaker, and City of Bones. It's a lot less romance than I was actually expecting, to be completely honest, but I am so excited to get into this and to just start reading for the month of April. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you give it a good thumbs up. I hope that you want to see more videos. If you want to see more TBR videos, just let me know. You could also leave recommendations of how you would want me to do TBR videos from now on, as well as any other videos that you would like to see. But thank you so much for coming along with picking out my April TBR. See you next time.